Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-June 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the Bridging the Gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, future energies between you and the main love interest. We'll pull some oracle cards as well to help with the Bridging the Gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's, if you feel that's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Princess of Arrows. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Swords. So to me, this says that you more than likely were the first one to approach within this connection in the past. You might have been nervous around doing so as well, but I feel like you still went through with it and actually opened the lines of communication between you and the other person. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Six of Swords. So what I see with this could just be saying that ultimately once the two of you did start communicating, they might have actually made you feel at ease. You know, the two of you might have even bonded over music. But either way, I feel like you did start to feel a connection with this person. And even if you were nervous initially upon approaching them, I feel like once you actually started the conversation, you felt a lot more comfortable in their company. Present energy on your side, we have Strength. So this is the major arcana card for Leo. So yeah, it could just be saying that now you're feeling a lot more confident within the connection, both with yourself and with the connection with this person. And I feel like this is saying that the passion is also growing in the connection with you and this person. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Six of Cups. So yeah, so Scorpio energy here, but what I'm getting from this, I feel like this is just saying that they feel a certain level of comfort within this connection as well. You know, it might feel like a natural flow between the two of you, and you know, if we look at the artwork here, we see people linking up with friends, right? So it could just be saying that there's just this comfort and familiarity that you guys seem to feel from the beginning, and that seems to be continuing into the present as well. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Seven of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy on your side now, but what this could be saying is maybe now you might have a little bit of confusion as to how they're feeling toward you. And the reason why I say that it could be how they're feeling toward you is because, like I mentioned, the energy I'm getting from them is that they just make you feel at ease, right? You feel comfortable with each other. But then there could also be a little bit of doubt on your part as to whether or not, like, okay, you might say to yourself, okay, does this person view me in a romantic sense as well, or do they just view me as more of a friend, right? So maybe, for example, they might get along with a lot of people. So as you watch them interact with other people, you might start to think to yourself, well, hold on, do they actually have romantic feelings for me, or do they just view this as more of a friendship thing? And then you might start to second guess, you know, did you make it clear enough that you had romantic intentions with them, or did they just perceive it as you approaching was just, you know, maybe through your nervousness, they might have thought that, oh, they're just approaching as a friend. So, you know, it could be causing a little bit of confusion at this time, or will in the near future. All right, future energy on their side, we have the Devil. So this is actually the major arcana card for Capricorn, interestingly enough. So for some of you, like we mentioned in the beginning, maybe this is more your energy on the right side and this is the other person. But if not that, it could just be saying a couple different things. Maybe this is saying that, you know, they actually do have more of their attention on you, given that this is a Capricorn energy here. But this could also just be saying that maybe in general they tend to get a lot of attention, right? And again, like I said, so maybe that's where there seems to be some confusion for you because you might feel that there's those blurred lines there where, like, okay, does this person just enjoy my attention in general, or is it actually specifically me that they have romantic interest in? So yeah, I feel like it's just more of a thing where, again, the connection might genuinely feel natural, but you just don't have clarity as to whether or not they view you romantically or, or, not. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have fertility. So this is the equivalent of the Empress in traditional tarot. And yeah, it could just be saying that ultimately you do see that potential, right? You're open to the potential to see the connection grow, to see it improve. Given that there's Leo symbolism there, maybe as we get closer to Leo season, you might start to see outward proof of that growth. But yeah, and then also keep in mind, obviously, if we take the message of fertility at face value, something to keep in mind there if you do interact with this person and take things to another level, just something to watch out for there. Okay, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is actually Cancerian energy here. So yeah, this could just be saying that timing-wise, as we're about to enter Cancer season soon, this could just be saying that you might feel a bit more clear as we progress through Cancer season around how they're actually feeling toward you. And in a way that makes sense because for you guys, Cancer is your relationship house. So as we progress through that time, you might get some of that clarity that currently is lacking for you guys around how they're actually feeling. And then that might be able to put your mind at ease there. And then maybe that's why we're seeing with the Leo symbolism in the bottom of the deck on your side, as we progress over the next couple of months, you might feel a lot more comfortable, about where things are headed. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. So first we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. So I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. Take this card here. And next I'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. So I'm going to give this a few shuffles now. All right, and I'll take this card here, get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. All right, we have boundaries. It says firm boundaries are needed now. So interesting of all the words, boundaries, right? Because I was saying, you might feel like there's a lack of clarity there as far as how are they actually viewing you, right? Like I said, okay, you might feel, okay, are they just viewing me as more of a friend, right? Because like I said, maybe as you see them interact with other people, you might say to yourself, oh, okay, it seems like they're this way with everyone. So was the connection that I had with them actually beyond, just the surface level, and they actually did view me in a romantic sense, or are they just more or less friendly with everyone, right? So could just be saying that you might need to establish those boundaries and figure out what's what in that regard. All right, and from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Milk and Honey. There's the artwork, and the number is 51. So we'll see what this says. All right, the relationship message says sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding, and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you'll be nourished with the honey of abundance. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. So yeah, like I said, it seems like understandably, right, because I do see how the cards on their side could lend to that energy of just second guessing, like, okay, does this person actually have romantic interest in me, or are they just friendly to me like they are with everyone else, right? But yeah, like I said, it seems like as time progresses, especially as we start moving through Cancer season, like we said, especially even if you guys that's a relationship house, I feel like you'll be getting more clarity as time goes on there as to how they do feel about you. So, hope it ever has any of you guys will wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.